Hello friends, I'm Peter Master Corey Russell, and I had a game where I'm playing my wife at a seafood restaurant, and even though I'm much stronger in her chest-wise, I unexpectedly made a mistake and found myself badly losing. And then through some comedy of errors, we got into a fairly even endgame, actually, and I had to come up with some strong moves to um, end up with the advantage. So in any case, let's go ahead and see what happened here. Uh, I was white in this game. Alright. Start at e4, e6, e4, c5. Take queens, why not? Controlling d4 does make it helpful. Not a bad move, actually. Check. So the reason I played this is so I can play c3 and deny her d4 for her knight. Exactly what I did. Threatening bishop b7. And here, Fritz says knight e2 and I got clear advantage. I think f3 might be an idea, because then knight take f6, knight take f6, brick d6 wins a pawn. Although it doesn't win a pawn right now, because she can take e4 at the end. Unfortunately, I forgot about it, e4, and played here. And now I got nothing. Take. So I'm trying to take, and she correctly takes here. So now I just rook take, and it's just even. Dead even. But I'm playing on a phone, and because I'm playing on a phone, I misclicked and played here. And of course, free rook, she goes, oh, yeah, I'll take that. And like, so here, she can just take my bishop and get her piece back. So I'm like, oh boy, it's going to be tough. But she didn't see it. She was here. Like, oh, well, I'm still rook down, though, unfortunately. So she's still easily winning. Take my bishop, back off. Of course, she checks the other way. Here she checks her king, because she had to move it, although moving the king's a good move. Which development. She's just going to double. Now, of course, she should take a bishop to keep her pawn strong. She took a pawn, using a tiny chance, not much of one. After knight, she correctly defends. Give knight to active squares. Think the only thing I can do. This isn't anything. I have to see that. She doubles. That does do something. I checked. I don't want to trade, right? Oh, it should be noted, this, of course, is not an option because she goes here mate. So I can't do that. I said, okay, fine, just come back. And then here, she should, of course, go king d6, and she's just winning. But she went insane and played this. I'm like, what? Okay, sure. Take the knight. And now, it's actually a fairly level endgame. I have an active rook, but this king is pragmatic, and if she does king take g2, king take f3, that e-pawn's a screamer. So I had to be really careful here, actually. I eventually chose this, and there's a reason why I chose this. The reason I chose this is now I have this option. Check. And I don't lose the g-pawn, after all. Go 2 squares, seems logical. And here, upon a strong move, Fritz gave me an exclamation for it, g4. And now, with the king cut off, it gives me a little bit of chance. Although she still has moves she can do to keep in the fight. This is an interesting move. If I take it, it definitely makes it easier for her to draw. Although I'm still a little bit better. So go ahead and pause the video here and see if you can find the strong move I found. If you said Rookie 2, you'd be right. This is an exclam, and according to Fritz, makes you winning. She takes, of course, take back, obviously. Bring my H-pawn down if I can. And here, she has one more chance to stay in the fight. She needs to play E4. And then it's a tougher fight. Then King of1, then it's more difficult. But she attacked her rook, but now her pawn is blockaded, which gives me extra time, which is no good. Of course, that was a mistake. She moved her king. So, obviously, I push my pawns. Put her pawns. Of course, I'm taking queen. She covers. So, sacking the pawn or rook on e5 is an option. But if I do this, I get into an endgame where all the pawns on one side. And it's a very real chance you can draw by setting up a fortress. Yeah, I, of course, did not want that, naturally. So I did not go into this. Instead, I played here. And so this illustrates a key principle, which is two pass pawns, connected pass pawns on the 6 beat a rook. So yes, she gets a rook, but I'm going to get it right back. And I'm going to be left with a queen versus pawns, which of course is much easier to win. There's still one more point to show. So I do some checks, and the reason for these checks is I don't have to get double pawns. I mean, granted, I can win if I left them to be doubled, but since I didn't have to let me double, why bother? Of course, trying to get the king battle. Trying to get the king battle. Check with the pawn. So here it illustrates a point that is common with king and rooks, actually. And that is, if I can just pass, basically, then she'll be forced to go to e1, and then I go down to g1 and mate. So that's exactly what I did. Queen g6 changes nothing, but now she has to find a move. Once again, we blockade to not give her any moves, and now she has to go to e1, and then queen g1 mate. So that was a comedy game, and I hope you guys enjoyed the game, and I'll see you guys next time.